Hey, good afternoon. Tom Plowman here. I am going to try to record a complete drawing watercolor ink work piece for you today. I've already done a little bit of the line work, just not to bore you because it's probably hard to see anyway. What I'm using is it's a Kimberly General pencil, but it's a 6H. 6H, so it's very hard. It just leaves a very light line, and I just put some basic lines on there to give me first of all to center the piece, so I know that that's where everything needs to be, and then also just gives me a guideline for my ink work. And what I'm using today for my ink work is it's a kakimori, I believe they call it. I got that from St. Louis Art Supply. It's a little brass nib. It's a dip pen, but you can control the line width by going from the point to round it off to the sides. I have used it on occasion on a few other projects, but I thought I would take it a little further and today use it entirely on this drawing painting. So I'm not quite sure my strategy. I'm thinking of starting with some of the ink lines and then going with a wash. I'm going to do the entire drawing painting in a blue tone. So kind of an experiment, and you're coming along for the ride. So I probably won't do a whole lot of talking, maybe periodically, but I'm looking forward to this, and hopefully you enjoy it also. What I'm using with my pen is Noodler's ink. I do like Noodler's. It's waterproof, and I'm using a blue ink, and I will be dipping my pen into that and getting my line work done. So follow along, enjoy, and have fun. I do use little cutoffs, and I always do this when I size my paper. I buy my paper in rolls and sheets, but anytime I have cutoffs, I don't waste those. I cut them and I use them. As you can see, I do experiments on my line widths and make sure everything's working before I put it onto paper. So that's what I'm going to actually do here right now. Make sure this is working right. That looks pretty good. All right. So it's kind of abstract here. I don't really worry about precision and making sure it's true. I really just like line work. And these little pencil lines here just give me just enough to... So as you can see, it's really nothing precise. Like I said, most of it's kind of abstract almost. My main goal is just to do smooth lines. I don't like choppy lines. I try to always do them smooth. It doesn't always turn out that way. And the thing I got to be careful of is that I don't smear that ink. That would not be good. I think it's kind of coming out okay. Not quite sure. We'll be able to tell more when I get more of this done here. I'm really lightly pushing the pen on the paper. It actually flows very nice. I would like it to be a little finer. I'm going to have to actually look into it and see if they make a finer nib. I'm not sure if they do. I do like the way it writes. As you can see, I've gotten a lot of ink out of it already. This is kind of going to be the eyelash area. I think I'm going to have plenty of lines to work with. I'm not quite sure. Like I said, this is experiment. Most of my paintings are experimental. I do have to admit that. I never really know where it's going until I'm done. But that's kind of the fun of it, isn't it? Okay, ran out of ink. That went pretty far. I got quite a bit on there. I'm impressed. So I'm going to do a card to make sure it's not coming off quickly. You might have noticed I turned my paper here. I got an artistic tripod kind of tabletop thing. I really like because I can change it as I'm doing my line work, and I always have a good angle on it rather than trying to distort my hand and wrist to make it work. I did a video on that at one time. I should put that on my YouTube channel. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do a nice artistic review on this stand because I really like it. It's extremely handy. I just got a bunch of little lines here. It's going to be kind of just beside your eye. There we go. Those will end up being my eyelashes. I guess I'm not quite sure where this is all going, but it seems to be heading somewhere here, doesn't it? Gotta make sure to leave this pen upright, because that's what gives me the finer lines. I just like doing this. I don't know. It usually ends up turning out pretty good, beyond what I think it's going to be. So I don't worry. I don't fret. I don't get. There's really no mistakes. Actually, there's a whole bunch of them. But if you don't say anything, they're really not mistakes. Yeah, see, it's actually starting to come together a little bit here. That's pretty much it. That's my abstract kind of face layout here. Put a couple of lines here so I don't want to look like a mustache. Alright, so this area is going to be pretty dark. Into here, light here. Dark here and dark here. All right, we're gonna just give her a whirl and see what happens. This is pretty interesting. Like I said, I really don't know what's gonna happen here. That could be a little blacker. And I want to get some black here, and probably one along here. I'll try to keep that wet so that I can start working it here a little bit. Get a little more black in here. Let's get some there, maybe a little bit up here, a little bit under the. Let me leave that the way it is, and just start working some of that because I really want to blend some of this. Like this, and I get a little up here. I think I'm gonna make that just put a little dab of black on here. Come up in here. It's looking good. Let's get a little blue in here. As you can see, this is very wet. just gonna give it a little bit here. I use a lot of water, and I like to make these run, as you can see. And then just a little blue on there. I kind of like that, actually. Some of that away. I got a little blue up on here, don't I? So yeah, some of this I just kind of fill in here a bit. I like it. I actually like it. See how it starts to work? It all kind of works. You just make it work, right? You just make it work. So I just kind of look at it and see where it needs stuff and kind of just do that. So I think I'm just about done though. Put a little more here. The key is to not overwork it. Like I said, I always try to stop right before I think I should. Like I said, it's abstract, so I'm not too concerned. I think I could put a little bit of... There, I like it. I just leave it like that, I think. Stand back and look at it a little bit. Maybe a little bit of wash here. Like I said, I'd not really like to do too much. I'm leaving it. I'm going to call it done. I have learned in the past that if you keep going, I'm going to use the 05 to sign this. I'll sign my name and I'm done. There we go. Just like that. That didn't take so long. Okay. Thanks for watching.